Hey, welcome back. Sorry about that. I continue this episode here. I'm basically making a dry erase board with this and some of my scrap pieces here. I think I left off where I was going to measure basically 2 inches or 2¼ inch from here. So I've lined it up. This is my fence, my little rip fence that I have. So 2¼ I'm very comfortable with. So here's my little homemade rip fence here, which this back part here supports it. This just kind of keeps it in place. And so yeah, sorry about the lighting here, but such a beautiful day. Don't want to close the garage, and plus I know that a lot of sawdust is going to be kicked up. So anyways, hopefully y'all gonna be enjoying this. And let me see here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my face shield on because I just don't want a lot of sawdust being kicked up in my face. Okay. And then it's always good to have some hearing protection. Since I have my face shield on, I'm going to be putting it on the back side of my head instead of over my head. That's what I like about these. They can fit in the back. Alright, so anyways, gonna take this piece and be ripping it. Of course, I got my push stick here, and this to make sure that it slides through. And man, once you know, I'm too close. I'm hitting the pile of plywood here, so I gotta move this back here. To the edge. Okay. Good. Now, sorry for the brightness here. You may or may not be able to see, but I'll try to do my best. That's perfect. All right. Gotta plug it in. I'm sure that would help greatly. It's on. Okay. Here we go. You might want to cover your ears. I think it's loud. dusty out here. You can see that cut. Board's always a little crooked, you know, but got a nice little straight edge here. So now you just need to, as you can see here, cut the other side. So I got to move it over another 1/4 inch, and then that should give me a total of let's say about 2 inches here. So for y'all to see. 1, 1, 2. Or maybe it'll give me a total of 2.5 inches. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. Okay. All right. So anyways, let me check that measurement again. Yeah, that's 2 1/4. Move it 1/4 of an inch again. That should give me 2 inches. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's see if you want to see that. There we go. It should allow me to move this. Of course, I need to probably loosen this up a little bit. Okay, so I'll move that. This should, there we go. This isn't my normal ripping fence, but I just can't find it right now. I don't know what I did with it, but this will I just need this to put that in, to be put in place for something. So anyways, I need to measure this to be out 2 inches, which is right there. That's perfect. 2 inches right there. Just tighten that up a little. Just want to make sure that this is exact. Be where I want my 2 in. I gotta get to the teeth if I want it to be 2 inches. Okay, that's perfect. So I'll check the back side again, and 2 inches right onto the teeth. Great, excellent. Tighten both of these up. Oh, it moved on me a little bit. Sure did. Gotta loosen this up a little bit. Figure out what in the hell happened. So right here. Right there. Okay. Satisfied with that. Tighten that up. Okay. So that just keeps it in place so it doesn't move on me, slip and slide. I'm going to be pushing up against it anyway, so it really doesn't even matter. But okay, I'm ready to do the other side of this. So here it is. And it should be about 2 inches. All right. Yeah, 2 inches. Now this wood moves around quite a bit. It's warped, so, but I don't need to be 100% perfect on this, because this is just going to be my frame here, and you know, it's not very pretty, but because it's not pretty, it has a lot of characteristics that give it character, I guess. So that's one. All right. Well, you know what I should have done? Darn it. Let me see. So, actually, you know, I might be able to one. No, I'm gonna need another one. I should have cut 2 pieces while I had it at 2 1/4, and then cut 2 pieces while I had it at 2 inch. But that's all right. Practice makes perfect, right? I should probably have another piece of this, even though it's just a small piece. It's good to have just another one. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, I'm gonna have to do this all over again. And I don't have my air compressor is not gonna. I don't have the air gun to my air compressor, which is all right. Just fine. So let me measure it out again. There we go. Just make sure any dust is out of there. So. We can move this. Anyways, let's go back and do 2 1/4. It moves over here really good. This is originally my rip fence. If you've seen my previous episodes, just had to modify it to make it work with my new table saw. So, anyways, after I get that in, let's measure it again. 2 1/4, 2 1/4. Lock this into place. That just keeps it there, so it doesn't move on me or slide up on me. Don't worry, I'll eventually I figured out a better way to do this, but right now, that's it. It's just, that works for me right now. I know there's a little gap in here, but again, that's what I got, so I'm just working with it. I'm not going to pay a couple more thousand or a couple $100 get me a new table saw or anything. So anyways, here we go. See? So this is one of my picture frames that I was originally using, and you see I cut out this much of it on the table saw, and so now I use it to as my push stick, part of my push stick, to keep it down. Works out really good. So shall we? So that's one side. I just have to make it for the other side here. Yeah, you get a lot of sawdust doing this. That's alright, that's why you're doing it, right? The only reason why your wife is still with you is because you're making stuff for her. Otherwise, she would have left you a long time ago. Anyway, in my case, that's the scenario here. So, as long as I get these tools, she's alright. As long as I make stuff for her, stuff that she wants, she'll tolerate it for now. So I need to be at 2-inch. There's my 2-inch mark on one side. Okay, that's fine. 2-inch mark here. That's right there. Where I want it to be. There we go. That's perfect. I just find if having this back here supporting it just lets me just get to the distance I want from the one edge of the blade to the inner edge of the straight edge much faster than if I was just to move the versus if I was just to move the straight edge by itself. That's what I noticed anyway. 2-inch, 2-inch, excellent. So if you're ever wondering, why I'm doing this, I'm trying to explain as I go along, but bear in mind, these videos are very long, and so you can skip through them, but at least you get the full benefit of what I'm trying to do here. And sorry if you can't see because it's bright outside and a little bit darker on the inside, and I'm facing outside the garage, but hopefully you can bear with it. Looks like another decently clean cut. Let's check it real quick. 2 inches. It's 2 inches, yeah. So, alright, here I got 2 pieces, 2 inches wide. Now I could start maybe cutting out the frame here. So I can do that. I know I got that done. So my ripping is almost over. The question is, what about this now? Okay. Probably have to cut somewhere here. Handy dandy measuring tape. So 24 inches supposedly by 20. The actual size is going to be a little different when she uses the dry erase board, because the frame is only going to take in just a little bit of it. And so, but 20 by 24 is what I'm shooting for. So basically from here out, I'm going to measure about 25 inches, and I'm going to cut it down to more precise. You'll see how I'm going to be doing that. You'll see. So this is where the fun begins. All right. So yeah. All right. All right. So here's what I got for that project, and you'll probably like it a lot. I got a little saw for some masonry saw, but I also have some of these here. This is a little worn out already, but here you go. I use these 7-inch cutoff wheels, and if you have which I do happen to have a saw for it, as you saw in one of my episodes, which I'll put a link up here on a 7¼ inch circular saw. You'll see that you can get one of these and you can cut some metal with it. So let's do that. All right. Whew. It's going to be my little bench here as well. So have this as my bench. I'll lower the blade so I don't catch up anything on it. Lower that blade. Excellent. And wow, compared to my other table saw, this just so much easier. Turn it, goes up. Turn it the other way, goes down. Wow. So let's see what I can do about making myself a little bit more room here. Okay. So I'll make myself a little bit more room. Just a little extra table space for me to work with. That's all this is. It's not gonna do anything for me, just some table saw space here. Okay. So, as you can see here, and I'm pretty sure you can, that I gotta take the blade out. So, it came with a wrench, but I have no idea where that is right now. Anyway, it's too small, so I'm gonna use this. Let's see how this always comes in handy. Let's see if it fits. And what do you know, it does. It fits. And I think there is a lock, a blade lock here, which I can just push that blade lock and it should catch here. There we go. It caught on, and then I just turn this. Voila. So if you saw my episode series on this, you'll know that this circular saw did not come with a blade, and the blade that's on it right now is for plywood. It has many teeth on it. So there it is. And then you also know that this particular blade it's a little tight on the hole. It's 5/8 supposedly, but I always have problems. With this particular. Oh, there we go. All right. So in place of that, let's put this in. And this is a 7-inch 5/8 arbor. Look at that. 5/8 arbor just fits in really nice. Now it's a metal cutting saw, so you don't have to buy a metal cutting circular saw to do this. Anyways, I don't think you do anyway, but if you want to, you can. By all means, go ahead, spend another, $50, $60. I know they're not that expensive for an extra metal cutting saw, especially if you know where I got this. But the point is, now you can use what you have right now to do the same job. So it shouldn't really matter. Alright, excellent. Just take some time to do all this, but lock the blade again and tighten this. Okay, it's tight. There we go. Now we have a metal cutting circular saw. So just put that there for now. Alrighty. It's a beautiful day out here. Now you're wondering why I have so many pallets just laying around, because I get them for free. I can probably get money for them, but right now they're more value as a I don't know, whatever I want to use them for. For this example, I'm using for stand for paint and putting other things on. this one I'm going to use to make my measurements and to actually make the cuts. Okay, there we go. So let's get that straight edge. And a measuring tape, which I have a bunch of. Now, the thing about this measuring tape is I plan on getting 1,000,000 of these measuring tapes. So if y'all know where I got them, that's great. If you know about this, you know what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I think it was going to be 24. Let me take a look at the back, see how I did it again. 24 by 20, okay. So I'm going to basically cut it off the straight edge side. That's probably the best thing to do. So I'll do my 24-inch right here. 24-inch. That's going to be my mark for the 24. So I got my little red pin here. And it's basically going to be 24 inches. This mark. Okay. And I'm just going to make 2 marks here. 24 and 24, that should give me a straight line, 2 points. Last time I did my math, or geometry, I believe that's how it worked. Okay. Alright, so 24 and 24. And the reason why I use red is because this is also red, and so it doesn't really show up. I was using blue and black, and it was showing up on this. I don't like it, so I use red. Now you can't even see it. So sorry if you can't see it, but I'm just trying to line them up, and I'm just making the line. That's all I'm doing. I'm doing 24 and 24. I said I wouldn't do that. I'd do 25, huh? So I guess I got to do it again. That should be no problem. We'll just do it real quick. I said 25. This is just going to be my rough cut here. I'll make a finer cut somewhere else, because I'm not that great at cutting straight. Okay. Alright. I guess y'all just going to have to trust me that that's what I'm really doing here. Just lining the 2 lines up. Just going to make a line, which can use the straight edge. And again, this is just my rough cut, so I'm not going to be super straight on it. Okay, voila. There's my line, everybody. You see that? And so from there, I will be cutting right on through to the other side. That's right. Okay. Well, let's get that saw. Let's do it. Let's get that extension cord. All right. So make sure it doesn't get tangled. Okay. What I like to do on this side is just kind of tie it up like this. That way it's a little bit harder to accidentally come out, in my opinion. That's all. And this side I'll go ahead and plug into this outlet. Alright. Shall we test it? I think it works. So I'm just gonna, no guide whatsoever. I guess I can use a guide. Well, this is a rough cut. I'll just go ahead and do it. Very good rough cut. I think I'm a little too deep here, so I have to back out a little bit. Hold on. There we go. Let's see how deep I want it to cut. Okay. Alright. Like I said, this is just a rough cut. It doesn't have to be straight. Actually, I know it's not straight, so that's not a problem. Okay. So it doesn't have to be straight at all. It just had to be cut. Probably need to make one more cut. There you go. This dry erase board is obviously steel. It's been coated so you could write on it. So that's about 25 inches right there. Alright, because I know it's not going to be straight. And so, oh well. And then, let's see, I think I wanted 20 inches. So, we're just going to make the mark for the 20 inch. Right here. And again, this is going to be a rough cut as well, so I'll just kind of go 20. Because I just need a cut to work to a smaller piece that I need. So 21 inches. Doesn't have to be exact, I just need something to use to make a cut. Alright, and then back out there we go again. We'll make another cut. What do you think, huh? Oh yeah, see? So back out here again, we're going to make that cut. And again, it doesn't have to be exact. Matter of fact, I know it's not going to be exact, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Whew. That was one ugly cut, but you know what? I needed a cut. So there we go. So here it is, our dry erase board. Now you're saying, now what? Well, I gotta remove these aluminum edges here, aluminum frames, which I just more or less just I'm just gonna pull right off. I could probably use oh, there you go, because this is gonna get in the way. There we go. There we go. This little scrap piece here. Yeah, I'm strong. I can bend aluminum. Call me Mr. Aluminum. So this is what I got here. Now I got two good straight edges, right here and right here, and that's what I'm going to base my cuts off of those edges for the most part. So a couple things I could do. I guess I could possibly use a straight edge to make these cuts. Use a circular saw. I was going to use this. Why not? I'm gonna go use my table saw. I'm gonna put a metal cutting blade put a middle cutoff wheel there, and have some fun with it. Alright? Let's do it. Let's do it. Because, man, it's all about having fun. And this, you know, it's a lot of, seems like it's a lot of work, but it's fun too. So that's the important thing, is to have fun with it. It's about working with what you got and being creative. That's all it's about, right? It's not about buying the most expensive machine that is available in the market, although sometimes it seems that way. You know, sometimes it does seem that way, but it's not. You can do a lot with what you got right now if you just get the basic tools. So I'm raising it up so I can just take a better look at it. I may not need to remove my riving knife, but I definitely need to change this out. See? The little arbor. Let's see, where's the tool? So, if you're wondering what I'm going to use, I'm going to use a different cutoff wheel. I'm going to use this. A 10-inch cutoff wheel with the 5/8 arbor. And this is what's going to go in it. And then I'm going to go ahead and freehand guide the cut right through. And you'll see how I do that. So, shall we? Let's see, where is the hardware for that? Okay, this is for the miter saw. Here's the table saw. Okay. Okay, here's the table saw. Okay. All right. So this is what I need for the table saw. Of course, I haven't changed out the blade yet, so. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. My old table saw, bought it used, didn't come with this at all, which really sucked. That's all I got to say for that. So, anyways. Oop. Butterfingers. So, anyways, let's do this. There we go. Let's figure out how to. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to spread them out. So I gotta be careful. There's a blade on it, but I'm wearing gloves, so. It's really tight. Here's what I'll do. Is I'm gonna take this. I'm just gonna put it here, and then gonna get me some leverage here. Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's not that way. Maybe it's this way. Gotta be careful. Oh, okay. there we go. So this is one way. Just put this down here and use that, and just get some leverage, and you're able to turn that. So that way you don't kill yourself, or you could just kill yourself. I mean, I don't know anybody wants. Well, there could be people who want to kill themselves, but not me. I don't feel like dying just yet on purpose. So. Okay, so voila. Ooh, this is a pretty big carbide tipped blade. 36 teeth actually. Okay, there you go. Put that there. And let's put on this baby. Guess it doesn't really matter, but put it on. I can put it on, but so if you look at that, it fits right there. And I like this arbor plate much better. Let me see here. Yeah, I like this arbor plate much better because it's so wide, and it kind of seems like it's going to cup that blade a lot more. My old used one was really small. So, anyways, let's just put this back on now. There we go. On. I'll put this back on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing because I'm not a big guy, a buff, strong guy. I'm just gonna use some leverage into getting this thing on here. There we go. That's it. Just leverage it. Just use this as leverage and push this on. There we go. I know I'm going to take it off, so I don't want to go crazy with it. There we go. So, voila. Now I have a metal cutting blade. I'm going to put my face shield on and test it. Let's see what it looks like. It vibrates a lot. I should lock that kniving rack in place. I'm locking that riving knife in place because it was shaking. Alright, so there you go. There's my cutoff wheel put onto a table saw. It's very important that you wear a face shield, like I'm wearing, because most likely things are going to be flying at your face. Of course, you should be wearing some kind of goggles anyway. And then after that, excuse me, this is contemplating whether I should use this or not, but it's alright. I'm not going to use it. I'm just going to go ahead and just cut it right up on here. So, there you go. So I got my straight edge here, And now I'm going to cut the real marks. And again, I don't even have to be that close. I just have to be close enough. So I believe this is going to be 24. Yeah. So there to there is going to be 24. So let's have a look here. So without that metal frame around it, it moved on me just a little bit. Right there. And then inches. Okay, and then I wanted it to be 20 inches. So there's a little, looks like there's like a quarter of an inch of gap here, but it is straight, so I'm going to use it as a reference. So wow, okay. Well, after taking that frame off, it's cut me down to 18 inches minimum. Oh well, that's going to be a 17 inch now. 17 and a quarter actually. It's going to have to be 17 and a quarter now. So, nothing I can do about that. Okay. Alright, well, that's alright. That's just the nature of how things work, you know, it evolves and changes all the time on you. So, it's going to be a 17 and a quarter. There we go, 17 and a quarter by 24. That'll work. So there's my mark. Red line, red line. So I'm going to make, that's going to be the size of the frame. I'm going to move it in a little bit closer, and then it's going to be a little bit different than what my wife wanted, but I think she's still going to work with it. It should be good enough. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, this backer piece because I don't need it. Let me see. I usually just get a putty knife and just get into it, which is around here somewhere. There we go. My putty knife is right here. So let's just pick a side to work with, and okay. Alright, there we go. Just get it started. Doesn't really matter how thick or thin it is, just the point is to get it off. That's all you want. It's just to get it off here. You don't need to cut through all that. That's all you're trying to do. Just get it off so you don't have to cut through all of it. There we go. It's going to come off right now. Just take it all the way around.